Monitor and output. Is that happening? Is that doing anything? I'm getting. Um, I'm playing piano right now. Audio here. Okay, so you getting keyboards and vocals? Awesome. Uh, yeah, it's been a minute since I set up the streaming thing, and like I said, all right, woohoo! Thank you for your help. And like I said, I did a very quick little tech check earlier today, and so yeah, the special is coming out. We had the party the other night. I've been giving these out. These are little buttons with QR codes on it. These are from the Edmonton Fringe. They called it a handbill free zone, meaning no flyers. You couldn't hand out postcards or flyers, so you had to hand out something that was reusable or something that something someone would keep. So I made these cool buttons with the QR code, and I had a ton left over. And the cool thing is the QR code goes to my subsite for the special. So it's redacted.robprocks.com, and that's where the special will live on in infamy. I wanted to have something to to put this show all together. The album came out. The album was full of the studio versions of the songs, and the show had monologues and jokes setting up the songs. And I wanted it all held together, and I wanted it somewhere to live online, all as one complete cohesive thing. So I hope that's what I've accomplished. And let's see, what do I got? I got some. Let's see. I'll show you a trailer. Here's the first trailer I did, and I tried to go for the classic. This was the classic sort of movie trailer where it starts out with the voiceover in a world. If you know, that guy's name is Don LaFontaine, and he was a legendary voiceover artist, and he did like thousands of movie trailers, and he was always the guy who did in a world. So that's what I was trying to do here. I did my best version of him. So here's trailer number 1 for the special. So that was trailer number 1. I call it the traditional trailer or the in a world trailer. Whenever I try to do a voiceover that's really that low, I try to do it first thing in the morning before my voice is warmed up, so you have all that raspy like morning voice in a world. But my voice right now is raspy because I was out too late last night. Yeah, so that was so yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming in less than an hour, 9 o'clock. So if you're watching on YouTube, when I end this live stream at 9 o'clock, it should automatically redirect you to the special. I thought I had set up the cloud bot to on Twitch for the comment section. If you hit the exclamation point and type special, I thought that would it would automatically put the link to the thing. But I haven't used that in so long. I don't know if you remember when we did we did the telethons and the fundraisers. I had some things set up so it would automatically spit out links in the comment section. So, but you could find it's youtube.com/Paravonian, spelled like my last name. Someone else got Rob P. Rocks on YouTube. For some reason, I think when I first got that site, they used I don't know how it happened, but somebody with like 2 followers is actually has the Rob P. Rocks channel on YouTube. I could probably figure out a way to claim it, but it sounds like a lot of work and paperwork. Anyway, let's see, where are we going here? I see some. Oh, thanks, dog. I got the YouTube. Maybe I should pull up YouTube over here so I don't have to always turn around and show you the thinning back of my hair every time I look at my screen. Yes, I'm self-conscious about it. If you remember, way back, man, in the '90s, I had very long hair. It was grungy. It was cool. Oh yeah, let me turn oh no, volume. Turn the volume down. I got an iPad going. Oh man. So good times. Oh yeah, so this was the swag. There was swag at the party last night, and I have some stickers. Oh yeah, these stickers are fun. corporations are people too. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, this is a character that my friend Dan designed. He did all the illustration and character design for one of the videos. It's sort of like a Schoolhouse Rock type video, and so if you get one of the CDs or something, I usually throw one of those into the envelope. And yeah, my friend Dan. So I described this special as part Schoolhouse Rock, part The Daily Show, or next week or last week tonight, and part Friday night videos because it's there's a lot of animation. In fact, yeah, let's skip to an animation thing. Here's a character. I designed this character for the heavy metal song, and he was really fun to. He was fun to work with, so I made some shorts with some of the characters. Here's this guy's name is I call him Bash. He's a heavy metal guy, and I think this was something I posted on May 8th. I was doing some different things for different days of, and so here's a fun short. If you didn't see it on any of the socials, it goes like this. Okay, I saw in the comments that there was no sound on the trailer. Was there sound on Bash either? No audio for the videos. Oh, okay. That's as. What did I do? Let me go back to something. Let's see. Which one of these settings is it? Bear with me. Um, no, there's a bear with me. Uh, monitor and output. No, I don't need the camcorder. Desktop audio. Okay, yeah. Of course, I could hear it perfectly in my headphones, so I enjoyed it. Good times. Let's see. No, 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 not yet. No. I guess to do the settings, I have to turn the thing on. And all right. Let's see. Let me try this, and I'll pause it right away.
National anthem in a stadium somewhere. The baseball season is just getting started, which means about a dozen times a day someone's going to be singing the national anthem in a stadium somewhere. Remember a few years ago when people were freaking out if someone took a knee during the national anthem? I bet most of the freaker outers didn't even know that the music for our national anthem comes from a completely different song. It's a song called To Anacreon in Heaven, and it was the theme song to the Anacreontic Society, which was a group of music enthusiasts formed in the mid-1700s and named after an ancient Greek poet who was known for his drinking songs and erotic poetry. The Anacreontic Society would get together twice a month to sing songs that were often about the fun of wine, women, and general partying. The song was well known in colonial times, and I imagine whenever you heard it, you knew that the booze was about to flow and people were about to get, I guess, convivial? Is that a polite way to say turnt? Do people even say turnt anymore? Probably not. Anyway, the next time you sing the national anthem, don't think about taking a knee, take a drink. It's what Anacreon would have wanted.
Okay, now I turn my mic down. All right, I'm figuring that out. Super appreciate all of your tech help, and it's like you guys are in the back of the room, and I'm on, like the band is on stage, and like, can you hear me now? Can you? All right, so excellent. Oh, thanks, Robin. Awesome, cool. I knew there were going to be, it wouldn't be a Rob P live stream if there weren't some technical hiccups, but yeah, well, I'll figure it out as we get going. All right, let me try trailer number 2. I'm gonna have to like hit it, and then I'm gonna have to hit pause so I could do the audio adjustment real quick. Oh, see, there it goes. There we go. All right, so now I gotta hit pause. I gotta go up to here because I had it set for some reason. It's set to monitor only mute output. Now it says monitor and output, but I select it. I have to select it in order to change it, but in order to, when I select it, it starts playing anyway. All right, here we go. I think this is going to work now.
Oh, it's a dance party now.
That's Terra Day! Hooray!
And it is, to this day, the state song of Florida.
Sometimes people suck.
Something is being guided by an invisible hand.
Now I gotta be a cowboy and wrestle a bear.
He's obviously in a lot of pain.
Our national anthem doesn't mention the name of our nation.
Admit it, we've all done that.
The music was better when I was younger.
Playing the banjo in the antebellum South with grit.
Coming May 22, that's today. Oh, the lighter still works. Awesome. How do we do that? I was like something pick. Oh man. I gotta remember how to do all that stuff. It's been fun though. Like I think the new laptop seems to be handling things. I don't wanna jinx anything, but and now that now that I've been working on this video, so that's right, man. You are on top of it. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, so I've been working on this really hard since the winter. Like I said, I've been working on the live show and stuff since, 2 years ago. I think it was about 2 years ago to the day I did the first version of it at Caveat in New York. And that was just to do the songs live to see if they were at all funny and see if the whole thing worked at all. And then I did the live album, and then I did the Edmonton show last summer. And I'm like, it's got to live online somehow, somewhere. And I made this, and it was a big undertaking, but I'm really happy with it. Like I said, it was fun to watch it last night with everybody else watching it. And let's see, where should we go from here? I want to show you this. This is I put part of this video in the closing credits as a behind the scenes kind of thing, but I did everything. So everything in this special I did in this apartment. And for those of you who watched Cover Tuesday back in the day, you could tell it's a little bit of a different angle that I got going on here. I used to shoot with the camera like over there and then pointing this way so you could see like the back wall. I changed it up. I think this might work better, and I have the for the tech nerds out there, I have the classic SM58 dynamic mic instead of the really fancy condenser mic. And I use the condenser mic. Right, you're seeing a whole 25 other square feet of my tiny apartment. But I think, that dark backdrop, the bookcases look decent. And part of the reason I shot it the other way was, I don't remember why. I can't remember now. But part of it, I'm using this, so I got the SM58 now, and it's much more, directional. So if I talk over here, you can see the sound really goes away, and it's just so loud on the street. And so I'm facing the windows that face out into my loud street. So there's always, ambulances. You remember ambulances and fire trucks going down the street all the time. And I think there's even more delivery services now, like with DoorDash and Seamless and stuff. And since the pandemic, people are just ordering food all the time. And half of those guys still have like gas powered scooters. So it just sounds like lawnmowers going down the street all day long until 11 o'clock at night. So I was hoping to spare y'all some of that. But I did everything. I did all the recording. I do all the music right back there at my desk at my that's where that's where I have Logic set up, and that's my recording software. I put the green screen right about where the camera is here. I would set up the green screen, and I would shoot everything in here, and then I would edit and do all the animation back at the desk. And so here's me setting up the green screen. This is what I have to do any day that I wanted to shoot. I had to do this, and this is a time lapse. I think it's probably about maybe 10 minutes altogether, but so every time, and so I would sometimes leave the green screen up for a couple of days, just because I had to do all of this to set up the studio. But when it was set up, when my room or my apartment was set up like this, there was not much else to do. So I'm standing right about where the bottom center of the frame is, or I'm standing on that red carpet right about where I am now. That's about where I'm standing right now in the apartment. So this camera is set up in the bookshelf that's behind me. and super wide angle. My apartment's not this tiny. It's just the super wide angle on the GoPro makes it look a little more confining than it actually is. Oh, did it end? It ended. Well, was that faster? Oh, I know why. Because in the movie, in the movie, yeah, I got a GoPro a while ago, and you know, it wasn't quite the impulse buy. I wanted to get some good driving shots, and I had a little suction cup thing to mount it to a window. I actually use it a lot now. I'm on a softball team, like just a rec league softball team, and someone asked me to record the game, and it's really fun to like see the games back, and because a couple of people on the team are huge stat nerds, so they actually go through and like and like do stats for people on the team. It's really hilarious and nerdy. But yeah, the GoPro, it makes it so easy to do time lapse, and those things, it's amazing how much like the memory card is like the size of my pinky fingernail, and it holds like 256 gigs. It's just ridiculous. You'll see. Oh, I put it away in the show. You'll see it later in the special. I actually pull out my old handspring visor, which was like a Palm Pilot. It was a different. It ran the Palm OS, but it looked just like a Palm Pilot. It was just a different brand. I dug that out. I put some AAA batteries in it, and it actually fired up. It actually worked. I didn't have any data left in it, but I couldn't believe that freaking thing actually worked. All right, here's some other merch that I had. That you like the buttons? This is a button pack. This is like you get 4. You get the corporations are people too. You get the Rondell thing and the logo, and then one of my favorite songs, "Plug Your Ears and Sing." It's just a thing. It's a funny logo or a funny slogan, and people are like, what does that mean? Why would you put that button on your person? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Man, Sticker Mule, they do these specials sometimes, and I'm a sucker for those buttons and sticker specials. I got oh man, my favorite. I'll show you this one. This, if you get a Green LEDs album, I usually put one of these in the case or in the envelope. It's look like they say holographic. It's really, what does that mean? It's prismatic or whatever you call it. But it's the semi-transparency on the letters really is cool. But yeah, Sticker Mule, man, they do it up right. Yeah, so shiny. Love the shiny. Oh, and I also got patches made. I put one on a hat. I put one on a jacket, so it looks like I have official tour merch. But you have to basically make most of your own merch. All right, let me try to play that first trailer again, just with sound. Here we go. Getting back up to speed on all this software. Here we go. Let me see if this works. Now, this is me trying to do that Don LaFontaine voiceover.
In a world where history books are controlled by political hacks, one man fights back with music videos. Music videos? Is that right? I don't get it.
I don't know. I guess we need rules.
Oh my, he's taking a knee. We must reclaim our imagined past.
What the hell was that?
The American Songbook Redacted, a historic comedy special, coming soon.
And until we get past giving ourselves a pass on the past, things are just going to look the same.
So that's what that's what it sounded like. You guys saw that already, but now you know what it's supposed to sound like. Is oh no, not that, no, not that either. Where's there? I am. All right, that was me clicking the wrong button on the laptop. Hope I did not disconnect anything. Wow, it says my CPU percentage is 7.7 on OBS. That seems like a good thing. That seems like there should be lots left over. I should do some amazing graphics. No, I'm so there's a lot of graphic work and design work in this special, and a friend of mine last night at the at the premiere party asked me, it's like, so what are you going to do now? And I'm like, I'm going to do acoustic music for like 2 months just to like get away from tech. I feel like I need a tech purge or a tech cleanse or whatever you want to call it. Here, let's what time is it? I want to make sure I don't want to go too long. Oh, we got plenty of time. So yeah, like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, it should redirect automatically to the special. The special premieres at 9 p.m. New York City time. Haven't done the math for what that would be GMT. OMGMT. Let's see. We got a little guitar here. Ooh, yeah. So this is the Dan Electro. Speaking of shiny, and I think I've showed you guys my bass. It's gold shiny. Apparently, I like sparkly musical instruments. I never had a sparkly cello, but there's always time. There's always hope. Oh, hey Sherry, what's up? Good to see you again. Oh, I got your email too. Thanks so much for getting in touch, and thanks for stopping in. Still on the West Coast. Wait, do I still have the air horn? Ooh, yeah, wait, that might be a little too loud. Sorry about that. But there we go. That's a little more manageable air horn. But I guess air horns are supposed to be loud. Oh, and my friend Dan, who used to always join us. I don't know if you're out there, Dan, but he's the guy who did the illustrations for Corporations Are People Too. I would always give him the Kenosha, the K-Town. K-Town air horn, but he doesn't live in K-Town anymore, so he's down in Chicago. Oh, is that you checking in from Chicago? I didn't even put that together because I didn't recognize the handle. So anyway, let's see. Can I do this? What will happen if I do the slideshow? Where did I put it? Okay, so yeah, the special, like I joke that it's part Schoolhouse Rock. Back one of my first solo shows that I ever did in oh hey Kevin. Okay, cool. We got lots of people in Chicago, the hometown. What else do I get? Oh, that was the Galaga one. I used to have a little map to what all my samples were. And when I loaded up my main stage software for the first time, it kept asking me for where some of the samples were. One of the missing samples I couldn't find was the Pac-Man dying sound. I'm like, I had the ring, pop, pop. But I guess we're gonna have to live without the Pac-Man dying sound today. But one of my first shows in New York, I did sort of jokey Schoolhouse Rock songs, and Dan did illustrations for those. But back in those days, it was before. You could do a really easily set up a PowerPoint on a laptop and project it onto a screen. It was hard to do that in the mid to late 90s. And so what I did is like Dan drew these drawings, I colored them in, and then I took slide pictures with them with my SLR camera, got the slides developed and put it in a slide machine, hooked up a foot pedal to the slide machine, and I would advance the slides as I was doing the song. So I recently scanned a bunch of them, and let's see if yeah, so this is a song about the Fourth Amendment I wrote because I wanted people to know about the Fourth Amendment. It was the 90s, the drug war laws, or what was the, some of those really draconian drug war laws were really stomping on what I felt the Fourth Amendment. And I would keep telling people, it's like, yeah, I think some of these laws violate the Fourth Amendment, or some of these practices violate the Fourth Amendment. And they're like, which one is that? And I'm like, oh, I need to do. So these are some of the drawings that Dan did, and then I colored him in, and we did this border. And yeah, these are photos I took, and I scanned the slides, but so you can see some are a little underexposed, and it's amazing between, the 25 years ago and now what I was able to do with like technology and the Adobe character animator is what I did some of the animation in, and but it was so much fun to like look at this again because Dan and I, did collaborate on one of the videos from in the new special. So it was really fun that even though the executions techniques have changed over the years, we still putting out the crazy work, and yeah. So I've been doing like these sort of funny, mocking, satirical, educational songs for a while. So I want to do a couple of them. So that song was about the Fourth Amendment, and it was a very rock, like roots rock sound, so the electric guitar is going to work well for that. But yeah, so I wanted more people to know, be aware of the Fourth Amendment, and so I wrote this song, and we're talking like, this is probably like 1997 I might have written this song, 96, oh my gosh, I might have even written it before I moved from Chicago to New York. Anyway. Oh, and it's do I have? No, I think this one doesn't have a setup. I think I just start. Oh no, it does have a setup. I start out. I joke that I'm on the steps of the Supreme Court and I'm going in, and a neighbor kid recognizes me, and he says, "Hey Rob, what are you doing here at the steps of the Supreme Court?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to go in and try a case about the Fourth Amendment." Fourth Amendment? Gee, which one's that? And so then I start the song. Well, I was driving in my car. The cop didn't like my long hair. He pulled me over and asked, "You got any drugs up in there?" I said, "No, sir, but I'm late. I don't have time to let you look." No sooner had I said that, well, I found myself booked. And as they took me to the jail and shoved me through the door, I asked, what the heck happened to Amendment number 4? You need a warrant. The Fourth Amendment says you need a warrant. Hey, Rob, what's a warrant? Hang on. A warrant tells you what's gonna be searched and be seized, and you need oaths or affirmations to get one of these. It's there for us, the citizens, we're the ones it protects. It secures our houses, papers, and our personal effects. So the next time a cop wants to see a little more, tell him I don't think you're familiar with Amendment number 4. You need a warrant. The Fourth Amendment says you need a warrant. Well, gosh, Rob, why do we need rules for the good guys to follow? Or why do we need rules for the authorities to follow? I thought they were the good guys. Well, everyone's human, and I forgot how I worded it here, but it's basically everyone's human. We need rules for everybody so people don't abuse their power. I said it much more eloquently or succinctly. Well, I'm not saying I'm out to break any laws, but you can't search anybody without probable cause. If you're hassled by the cops, how can you call yourself free? If I'm not doing nothing wrong, then you can't search me. If you're talking about freedom, this idea's at the core. That's why it's in the Bill of Rights. It's called Amendment number 4. You need a warrant. The Fourth Amendment says you need a warrant. The Fourth Amendment says you need a warrant. And I did have long hair when I wrote that song. And I used to do a joke about how, like, cop, if I ever got pulled over for speeding, or even if a cop just saw me drive by with the long hair, sometimes they would just want to pull you over and search the car because they assume, oh, you must be a stoner if he has long hair, and I'd never used to smoke. So I was like, I would just let him search my car, because the last time the guy searched it, he found me $4 and change. So like, I'm by the side of the road, and always, yeah, and if and because they're wasting my time, I would want to waste some of theirs. So my strategy would be to hide a bunch of music boxes all over the car, little wooden boxes. So the cop would pull one out. It's like, "Oh, mister, I don't have anything. Another music box. What is with you?" I think I'm basically the same Rob. It's just I look a little different. And yeah, I remember I went from long hair to shaggy singer-songwriter hair on April 17th, 1997. I think I remember because it was tax day, and I think I took a picture and with a film camera and a date just to, like, I felt I needed to commemorate, because I had long hair for so long. I just didn't want to. I don't know. I was sad to get rid of it, I guess, but it worked out. And I don't mind having the no nonsense buzz cut, but it's more out of necessity. But yeah, those were those were some of the drawings from the houses, papers, and your personal effects. Yeah, so I wrote that in the 90s, and then the Patriot Act came through and stepped on the Fourth Amendment even more. So, yeah, there's me. There's a version of long-haired Rob, and my friend Dan even put me in a VW Beetle with Free Willy on it. That's me getting pulled over. That's the neighbor kid. That's me saying, hey. Oh, that's the DEA covering up Amendment number 4 on the Bill of Rights. There's me in jail. So yeah, that's it's lifelike. That's exactly 100% exactly what I look like. Let's see what else. Do I have any other fun short video? Oh, actually, let's show you this one. This is another. So like I showed you the one of me setting up the green screen with the time lapse. Here's another. This is what I have to do with the green screen. I shoot all this stuff by myself. I took DIY a little too much to heart. Like I said, I did have that great help with the character illustration and design for corporations are people too. And my friends Peggy and Steve did an amazing backing video for the Invisible Hand song. But other than that, I did everything. And so I'm even shooting in my apartment by myself. So after I set up the green screen by myself, I have to set up the camera and then I shoot everything. And this is a joke, or this is this sort of explain. This is me. Just this is part of the process, I guess. I really should just say that. Oh wait, this has sound too, and let me get that. It has good music underneath it, so I want you to hear it. Here we go. Yeah, my favorite was the wig flying off my my head on one of them. Yeah, that was oh man. And also I have a shelf over there, like right where I would try to go around the. So you saw me trip right on that side. There is a shelf sticking out of the wall, which is over a couch, which so I never risk running into it. But when I moved the couch for the green screen, oh man, when I did a reshoot of one of the host segments, I clunked my head really hard on the corner of the shelf, like right on the corner. Oh, I was so mad. And I'm sure my neighbors are like out of nowhere, they hear me like a thump and just like a string of profanity. They're like, "What the hell is that guy doing in there?" Hopefully, I should just give him a link to the special. It's like, "Oh, here's what all the noise was about." Hope you think it was worth it. Oh man, it was. I'm a little slap happy if you can't tell. Let's see, what did? Yeah, I think. Oh, I wanted to show this other picture too because. It almost hit the floor. Yeah, thankfully I fell mostly onto the corner of my bed, but oh man. Yeah, and I think was when I tripped I was wearing my the costume, the I was wearing the Flint Tropics basketball uniform, which I got for Halloween last year, but I didn't wear it on Halloween because the SAG strike was still going on, and I was trying to honor that, where they were saying don't wear anything from like a SAG movie. So I'm like, but then I used it in the video, so I'm like, all right, I didn't waste my money, and I'll be Jackie Moon from Semi Pro next year for Halloween, unless I think of something stupider, because it's Halloween. You could always be stupider, I think. All right. Right. But yeah, so I was thinking, this special, it's not like a live concert. So I've sort of a little self-conscious or concerned about, oh, yeah. But I was a little concerned about, like, I'm calling it a comedy special. My friend, I was talking to him about it, and I was calling it a visual album for a while. But he's like, it's more than just visual set to music. It's like there's comedy, there's stand-up monologues in between all the songs. It's a comedy special. It's a weird special, but it's a comedy special. I'm like, I could live with that. It's a weird special. That's accurate. And but I think so. It's like, Bo Burnham did that special Inside, and Mulaney did that one, the Sack Lunch Bunch, So I think comedy special can encompass more than just a live concert performance, a recording of a live concert performance. But I was also thinking, like, maybe I'm just a crazy person doing stuff on my own, and it made me think of like those farmers or ranchers when you're driving down like a country highway and you see like some farmer or rancher has just built a statue of Michelangelo's David out of like junk cars and hubcaps and stuff, and they call it outsider art. So maybe that's what I'm doing. But I love that kind of stuff so much so, like in 1995, one of my very first road trips back when I was just started doing college gigs, I took a picture of this. I took a quick little detour to see that's Carhenge. It's in Nebraska. It's in that, like, I guess they call it the panhandle of Nebraska. It's that part of Nebraska that sort of hangs over Wyoming. And it's whatever highway goes from like the Black Hills of South Dakota to northwestern Wyoming. And I saw a sign that says Carhenge, 5 miles. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to go see something called Carhenge. I hope it's still there. Someone built a Stonehenge out of junk cars. And just, so kind of like Cadillac Ranch, but like just like some dude's like, you know what? I'm just going to stick a bunch of junk cars in the ground in the shape of Stonehenge. And that's going to be the thing. If you build it, they might not come. But if they're driving down the highway, they might stop and say, okay. So maybe this comedy special is the equivalent of Carhenge or Outsider Art, but I don't know. I'm really happy with it. The videos are fun. We're about 22 minutes away from liftoff. What else can we talk about? And I'm hoping to like start doing some more like cover shows again. Like I said, when I'm finally done with this whole project, I just want to get back to playing some music. And one of the things I really loved about Cover Tuesdays, like it really kept me playing and practicing and engaged with you guys. And like it was fun when you guys had suggestions for songs, and our theme nights, like the theme playlists, were so much fun. So I'm thinking seriously about getting back into that, maybe like a once a month thing or something. And I think it'll be fun. I kind of miss it, and it's what led me to do those Green LEDs album. I put out a new one of those in the midst of working on this special and doing this show and everything. Oh, cool! I think it sounds like there's some encouragement for that. So yeah, maybe I'll figure out what, like, I'll try a once a month thing. Yeah, I miss it too. I miss just I still like playing the music. When I did a show out in LA last month, I specifically put a couple of covers in the set. I was at a music venue, so I did some Green LED stuff. I did some of my own comedy stuff, but I did a few covers. I did the theme song to The Greatest American Hero, Believe It or Not, and like everyone in the bar sang along, like, because there were enough people that remember the show really well, and it was fun because like it was a nice surprise because like people remember the song, and I think most people really dug it, and like it was fun to see people just like getting into it and belting it out and stuff. And what else? What was the other cover I did? It'll come to me. But yeah, so the Green LEDs album I put out in, I think, October or November. It came out last fall, and I'm really happy with it. I like both of the albums, but I think I got even better at like recording, and I definitely have some. There's a guitar solo on there. I think it was the coolest one I've ever done in my life. I started as a bass player, or I started as a cello player, as you guys know, but so I never was 100% confident with like guitar solos. But I have one that, on the title track, The Opposite of Afterglow, it's just, I really was so happy with the way it came together. It's kind of like David Gilmour inspired. So it's not like shreddy, but I think it just has a really nice melody and flow. So that's out there on the Spotify. I tried to do this, like it used to be like you type exclamation point and then a few code words, and it would spit out like the Spotify link, or it spit out, I wanted to do the YouTube link. Anyway, let's do another song. Here's another one from those early days when I was doing the fake or the jokey joke Schoolhouse Rock songs. I did a show that had 4 of them. They were still there, but it said you had to make Streamlabs a mod for the chat, and I did that because when I put that code in, it said, Streamlabs is already a mod. But yeah, I haven't touched it in like 18 months, and I thought about it like a half hour ago. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I should put the link in there. So if you're on Twitch, just go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Paravonian, and the special should be up there because the premiere is set for 9 o'clock, which is 19 minutes away, according to my laptop screen. Although there's a bit of a it's only about 10 seconds, I think, between. Wow, that's really amazing that you could just broadcast to the world from the apartment. I know I did a lot of it during the pandemic, but it's now that it's been a while and I'm back to it, it really is mind-boggling. Like, if you had told childhood Rob that like you could send a show out into the whole world from your apartment someday, I don't know. It really is kind of mind-boggling, or maybe I'm just maybe that's just me being an old right now. Um, but anyway, here's another. I had a show that had 4 of these Schoolhouse Rock ones. There was the Fourth Amendment, 2 of them that I'm not going to do. There was one about the Mexican War, which was another history thing where like, thanks, another history thing that was a lesser known U.S. history event, and so. This special with all the history stuff is not too out of the ordinary for me. It's in keeping with some stuff I've been doing in the past. So let's see, which one of these does the guitar? Oh man, where'd the guitar go? Oh, that's reverb. All right, that should be. Did I? All right. There's too many knobs and sliders. Oh wait, that's okay. That was reverb. Yeah, it's buzzy. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's very buzzy, and I put a noise gate on the channel, but then Mainstage, which is what I'm running all the audio through, said that was one of the things that caused a lot of latency or using a lot of resources. And I didn't think a noise gate would be too taxing, but I think it's because they look ahead, so like it has a really, I don't know. Apparently maybe that's what was doing all the LAG problems back in the day. I feel like I have to spell that out like there's a toddler that's gonna like wreck my stream if I say the words out loud. Anyway, anyway, this song is set up with a guy. A young cub reporter is in Washington D.C. He's in the halls of Congress, and he sees a guy in a suit running down the hall. And he says, "Excuse me, mister, I'm doing my first story on lawmaking here in Washington, D.C. Can I ask what you do?" He says, "Yeah, I write and pass laws." "Oh, you write and pass laws? Great, you must be in the House of Representatives." "No, kid, I'm not in the House of Representatives." "Even better, you must be a senator." "No, kid, I'm not a senator either." "Well, if you work here writing and passing laws and you're not in Congress, who are you?" "Allow me to introduce myself," piano flourish, and then he gets ready for his number. "My name is Bobby, and I work in the lobby of Congress up on Capitol Hill. All your lives I have affected, though I've never been elected. I get lawmakers to bend to my will. I work for large corporations to get laws friendly to the bottom line. Congressmen help me pilfer the nation. I write the laws and I pay them to sign, 'cause I'm Bobby the lobbyist, the lawmaker's friend. I'm Bobby the lobbyist, for money I spend. Nobody can resist Bobby the lobbyist. You think you have the power, but all you do is shower them with votes every 2 or 6 years. Well, you can't compete with me, because I'm the guy they see every week. I have the legislator's ear. Now you can try to knock it, but it does you no good to complain, 'cause my bosses have deep pockets, and they can give more than you to a campaign. Yeah, I'm Bobby the lobbyist, I'm all over town. I'm Bobby the lobbyist, throwing cash around. Nobody can resist Bobby the lobbyist. And of course there's a dialogue section. "Well, gosh, Bobby, I thought there were strict rules on how much you can give to a candidate's campaign." "Well, sure, there are rules on how much you give to a candidate's campaign, but there are no rules on how much you can give to a super PAC, which can spend a lot of money trying to elect a candidate." And there's another one that I would always change, because the election laws would always change slightly, but never enough to outlaw crazy, ridiculous money in politics. So usually the important thing is it would end with the line, the reporter asking the lobbyist, "Wait, so you mean that's legal?" And the lobbyist says, "Well, you mean that's legal? Well, the important thing to remember, kid, it's not illegal." I'm Bobby the lobbyist. I may sound like the snobbiest, but to me, we the people's just a line. The U.S. may be foreign by you, but real power they deny you, 'cause the laws they pass today are all mine. Now you can say that's not right. Well, that's not right. You can say a law there ought to be. Yeah, there ought to be a law, but you won't put up much of a fight. Oh yeah, watch that. 'Cause you can't pass any laws without me. Yeah, I'm Bobby the lobbyist, each law has its price. I'm Bobby the lobbyist, I lure and entice. I'm Bobby the lobbyist, I run this whole show. I'm Bobby the lobbyist, and now you all know that nobody can resist Bobby the lobbyist. Nobody can resist Bobby the lobbyist. Get it on a platter on the Port Authority, waiting for my bus to come. Yeah, I gotta do covers again. They're so much fun. They're too much fun to not do, right? Come on. That was a couple licks of Bright Future in Sales by Fountains of Wayne. And I remember the cover I did. One of the other covers I did at the show in LA. It was "A Million Miles Away" by the Plimsouls, and that song always reminds me of LA because it was in the movie Valley Girl, and it's very early '80s power pop. Love that song. And it's a fun one to play live on the guitar. All right, we're getting down to it. We're about 12 minutes away from the online premiere. I can't wait for you guys to see this thing. It's really fun. It was so much fun to see an audience respond to it last night, and so I hope you'll be able to enjoy it at home. The music is all from the album, and there's a new song. So if you have this right, if you have the CD. Ooh, awesome! That's cool. Yeah, I uploaded it in 4K, and I uploaded it yesterday, so it had time to encode into 4K. So hopefully, it should be a nice, clear screen, unless YouTube's compression did something terrible to it. I did. Apparently, there is a typo in the closing credits on my. I think on my own credit, there's a typo. I think someone said I left out an A on animate or something, and I had already uploaded it last night, and I'm like, I really don't care. I gotta let it slide. I know there's gonna be mistakes in it, and in the last 3 days, I gave myself extra time to do it, and then I set the date, and I'm like, oh, this will give me plenty of time. But of course, I worked up to the deadline because that's what you do. You work up to the deadline, whatever deadline you give yourself, even if you think it's plenty of time. And I was messing with the color because I shot all the stand-up sections and on different days, so all the host segments. The thing when you're editing film, you always got to match the skin tone. It's one of the things that people notice, even if they don't know exactly what's wrong. If the skin tone is off from shot to shot, they're like, something's not right here. So thankfully, it's gonna be on YouTube. So I can't hire a colorist. So that's a whole job that people do in the video industry. They have professionals who just tweak color all day long. And I did the best I could. Everybody. You can tell, yeah, I'm super slap happy now, but I'm very excited. So I did a couple of songs. You know what? Let's just, I'm gonna play a couple of just fun songs while we have time. This is a song, and I got to pick songs that are low because my voice, like I said, is kind of cached from last night. But here's one of my favorite songs to sing when my voice is not, I can't hit the high notes because it's low and moody. Dedicated to my neighborhood in Brooklyn here. Prospect Heights. Where are my Prospect Heights at? I've been in this apartment now for a couple of decades, which is how I can still afford to live in New York City. And the neighborhood, of course, has gentrified around me. And the parents, the professional parents, have been moving to the neighborhood a lot. And so at my local bar, I started seeing parents bringing their kids to the bars, like babies to the bar. And I realized I can't get mad at the baby for being at the bar. It's not, the baby didn't make that choice. And then I just started wondering, what's the baby thinking? And so this is a song I wrote from the point of view of the baby. I'm a baby in a bar. Everything is so big. Daddy's drinking a beer. He won't give me a swig. And I think I know. Wait, this is a great place for me. With all this vodka and glass, every surface is wet. I know that I'll bust my ass Well, don't blame my dad, he's not an alcoholic. We've been stuck in the house. I got the colic, my tummy hurts because my sphincters don't sphinx. I've been screaming for days and daddy needs him a drink. And I think the bartender's not happy with me, cause I don't know how to tip and I don't have ID. And all the guys here hate me cause I'm blocking their jocks by tripping all the ladies' biological clock. I'm a baby in a bar. I'm a baby in a bar. This place used to be cool. Now while I'm sitting here in a puddle of drool, and I think I annoy the bartender tonight when she shakes up a drink. I just shriek with delight because it's shiny and it makes funny noises. I'm getting dirty looks and I guess I deserve it, but maybe they're all jealous of my bottle service. But I think it's cause I'm ruining their sense of mystique. This neighborhood used to be edgy, now it's Sesame Street. But it's not my fault, so spare me a scorn. I didn't choose this place, I was dragged here in a bjorn. So before you take it out on me, stop and think. You all are here to get dates, where do you think that will lead? That was the radio edit, I said dates instead of another word. To a baby in a bar. Radio edit. Oh yeah, it's just, oh man, I've been editing and messing around with. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's one of my faves. It is on Songs from the Second Floor. Is it on AB? I think it might be on AB of the studio album, but it's definitely on the live album. Rob P. Rocks a Jazz Club. That's another thing I need to tackle next eventually. A live album. I have some new stuff. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a fun one. Like when I'm doing it live, like that rhyme usually gets a laugh. And then there's always some people I could see in the audience, like if they don't have kids or don't know people who have kids, they're like, "What's a Bjorn? Is that some Swedish guy?" And then their friends will have to explain, "No, it's a baby carrier. It's a really funny rhyme if you knew what he was saying." But sometimes jokes like that are fun, like the jokes that some people get, and other people hear everyone laughing and like, "What? What did I miss? I need to know. Tell me." Now I'm just I guess I'm really itching to do a cover show. All right, we will figure that out. It's got to be on a Tuesday. I want to keep the name Cover Tuesday. I'll just have to figure out which Tuesday of the month is the best. I still do a monthly show here in New York. I host a variety show. It's called the Odd Rock Comedy Hour. That is the fourth Saturday of the month. So maybe I need to do middle of the month. So if we do a monthly cover show. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that is. Oh, right. That is some good forethought there, Robin. Yeah, like that would. Yeah, that would be either the worst night to do it or the best night to do it, because maybe everyone needs a distraction and doesn't wanna watch. But yeah, that is good. That is very good thinking, man. That's what I love about the Cover Tuesday community. You guys are helping me out so much and looking out for each other. That is great. All right, we are 5 minutes away. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, and the last thing I want to mention, or not last thing, but one of the things, if you have the CD of what is my special called? The American Songbook Redacted. Do I have any copies of it handy? The actual physical CD. So there is a new song that's on the special that was not on the CD. I wrote a new song for the Edmonton run. I wanted a new opening number for the show, because the original opening number was just kind of too mellow. It just wasn't a good show opener. So yes, there's a bonus track. It's available on Bandcamp, and I reordered the track list on Bandcamp. So the new song, it's called The new song is called Really the Days. Were those really the days? And so now it leads off the album on Bandcamp, but that's the only place. It's not on Spotify. That's the only place you can get it. But I have download codes. If you buy an album, or if you've bought the album in the past, just get in touch with me. I could send you a download code so you could download the whole thing, or just the new track, because it's a really fun one, and I think it opens the show really well. It's a better opener, but I put the opening track at the end of the show for the closing credits, because I really do like the original opening track. It just wasn't a good show opener. But I think it's still a good song. So it's still there in the special, and yeah, and there's some that video. There's some dancing involved. I wore a suit. Lots, again, lots of green screening, and yeah, it's been fun. So for the special, when it comes on at 9, so I'll be watching it together. I'll be in the comment section if you have any questions or comments or concerns. If there's any more typos in the special, aside from the one that we found in the credits last night, tell me next week. I don't want to know right away. I want to enjoy it being done for a while, and also, like, if you like it, or if you know history nerds, especially if you know someone who's like a history nerd overlapping with the music nerd, oh man, that is the sweet spot for this special. So I'm hoping, and I feel like the people that found me because I did a 6-minute rant about Pachelbel, I think my fans do have that overlapping music nerd, comedy nerd, or music nerd, history nerd might. So yeah, this is probably the weirdest thing I've done. It's the biggest project I've done, but it's also very me. It's like the most me project I've done. So I'm very excited to have it out there finally. So if you know people that you think will like it, please help share the word, spread the word. Yeah, I think it's going to be, I mean, I had a lot of fun doing it. It's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait for you to see it. We're like 2 minutes away. All right. So I think, in about 1 minute, I'm going to close off this, feed, and then hopefully on YouTube, it'll send you automatically to the premiere. If not, it'll be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Paravonian. It's down there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That would be awesome. Yeah. I'm not good at that, but also it's sometimes it doesn't work when, like, you go on Reddit and you try to promote your own stuff. It just doesn't work. People don't listen to you, or they don't, it's bad form to promote all your own stuff all the time on like Reddit and stuff. So yeah, any help you guys want to do to, like, just spread the word, because I think people will like it. And then I did chapter markers too. So, like, if there's a particular song you think someone might like, it should be easy to, like, navigate from one song to the other. Chapter markers. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's 8:59. So I'm gonna stop streaming right here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And it's been fun to, like, reconnect here, literally internet reconnect, and just chat a bit. And yeah, we're gonna figure out a Cover Tuesday monthly thing, because it's just too much fun. And now that I have the new setup, I think, yeah, we didn't have any LAGs today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the special, and I will talk to you all soon. Stay tuned, join the mailing list, and we'll figure out when we're going to fire up Cover Tuesday again, because that's going to be a lot of fun for all of us, I think. All right, cool. See you all over there in YouTube in the comment section.